So today I want to review Kokatat Pogies, or they're also called mitts. So these are kayaking mitts, kayaking pogies made by Kokatat. Kokatat is one of the leading high quality brands for all kinds of outgear stuff, paddling stuff. You know, they have pogies, they have dry suits and stuff like that, and all just a wide variety of really high quality outdoorsy stuff. So so I was looking for a bit of an upgrade for some pogies, so I got some Kokatat kayaking pogies, and overall the reviews were pretty decent, but I wanted to try them out for myself. So once I got them, I was surprised because they're flimsy. They're flimsy. You don't really expect pogies to be flimsy. You expect them to be more solid. So you expect them to be a little more solid. Like, I also have some level 6 here. The review is not about the level 6, but these are a little more solid, and these are just flimsy. So you can see the difference there. And so let's get to the good and the bad about these Kokatat pogies here. So what I will say is they fit very nicely around the paddle, as they should. They're very tight. They open up, so it wraps around your paddle real good, around the shaft of your paddle, and it gets nice and tight. It has a bit of a neoprene type edge here, and it gets really tight around your paddle, which is a good thing. And I will say, when your hand is in and on the pogie, it's warm, because also if you open up the inside of the pogie, you have this elastic band that goes pretty tight around your wrist, so it really keeps the warm air in and the cold air out. It does very, very good with that. So I would say those are kind of the pros about this. However, there's some negatives that I'm not a fan of. So like I said, they're flimsy. So flimsy's hard. When you're wearing pogies, you don't always want them in. Sometimes you want to take them in and out. So for me, I'm recording, you know, as I'm going down these rivers. And when it's flimsy like this, and it's sitting here, it is a pain in the neck to get on and off. You have that elastic band, which is good, but you need two hands to get it on, or you need your teeth. Now, when you're coming up on rapids, or you're in a fast-moving river or something like that, that is not ideal. You want to be able to slip your hand in and out of that pogie really, really easily and quickly. So with these, you can't really do that. And the material that they're made out of, this is another thing I find very interesting. This is more of I don't even know that it's really water resistant, to be honest with you, because you get this wet and your whole pogie's soaking wet. And the inside, how the pogie is flimsy right here, whereas the other pogie here, once you have it on, it's a bit harder. So when it's flimsy like that, it's wet, and it's just going to go against your hand, and it just kind of sits there. So if it's cold water, it sits there and your hand just kind of stays cold, and that's not ideal. So I used these things one time. All right, I used them for an 11-mile paddle, and so that's a little bit. So I would say, if you are in an environment where you know they're gonna stay dry and you're gonna keep them on your hands and not take them off at all, they're very good. But if you are in an environment where, hey, your hands get warm, they get cold, you're kind of taking them in and out, you have to have two hands to do it, or like I said, your teeth. That is a big negative, because you're coming up on a rapid or fast moving water. it's not ideal to take, you know, your hands, you have to take both hands off of your paddle to put a glove on, essentially. That's not really a good thing. All right, so there's that. Now let's talk about the durability. I used these things one time, okay? One time, 11 miles. I was not rough with them. It was not a super whitewater experience. It was a run that had class 1 and 2 rapids, nothing crazy. So let's look closer at these pogies, all right? So if we look at the first one here, we have a part of the little, I guess this is kind of, I don't know if that's neoprene or more just like foamy area, but it started to come apart. You see that? That was not from me being rough with it. And also if we flip it around, you have this little loop here. This also started to fray. So that's on one pogie. So now we go to the other one. I don't know if you can see this. See this indentation missing? It did the same thing as the other one. So the pogie is literally, both of them falling apart after one paddle, after just one paddle. That is certainly not ideal and not something you want to deal with when you're on the river like that. So you're in a cold environment already, and you just want to stay warm, and you want something that's easy to take on and off. And this is really disappointing because Kokatat is known as a really high quality brand, and something that usually works really, really well. But as far as these pogies go, or these kayaking mitts, I can't recommend them at all. And on top of that, the price point of these, it's about $70. These were purchased on Amazon, and at the time of making this video, just about a month and a half after purchasing them, I cannot find them on Amazon, so I think they have been removed from Amazon. But you can still find them online, and they're not good, guys. They're not good quality. I can't recommend this. But like I said, if you want to just keep your hands, if you're gonna keep your hands dry, and they have some good features. So the elastic on the wrist, it's good in theory, but it works against you because it makes it harder to get on and off. So it ends up, what could be a positive and what they thought was a positive, I think ends up being a negative. So can't recommend these. I hope this helps you guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel, really helps a lot. And so please like and subscribe to the channel, really helps a lot. And so there you have it. These are the Kokatat mitts, kayaking mitts or pogies, and that's my review.